Hello to You Are Enough group. How you going? It's Steve Barker, and I've come to chat to you on this Sunday morning. I hope you are well, and welcome to the 150 odd members since I last came on the group and did a Facebook Live for you guys. So welcome if you've just joined the group. It's absolutely fantastic. We've just got up to 2,300 members on the group. So thank you very much for coming along, and please feel free to engage. Please feel free to comment, to add, to share. The whole idea of this group is that we are here to support each other, to help each other get through the rigours of life and lead the life that we all deserve. That happiness, success, connection, love, all of those things we all deserve as human beings. And that's the idea of this group, is that we can have this together and we can all be part of it. So what's brought me on today? Well, yesterday I asked a question on the group for people to share with me the one thing that they feel is holding them back at the moment. And one of the things that came up was with people who were busy. And they were busy being mums, they were busy being business people, they were busy just being, you know, in their lives and living and doing everything that they needed to do. So out of that, I sort of saw a lot of overwhelm and a lot of overload. So people were saying, I don't quite know how to manage everything. I don't know how to manage my business. I don't know how to manage my kids, my family time, you know, and everything just gets on top of me. It just gets so busy. And that's a, you know, it's just one of those things. It's part of life. It's we all have it. It's a common area, and it's something that I get asked about a lot. And it's something that I discuss in my Managing Emotions webinar, which if you scroll through the page, you'll find those. I shared them some time ago. But let's talk about overload and overwhelm. So what is it? You know, what causes overload and overwhelm? Why do we feel it? Well, it's an emotion. And all of our emotions are driven by our perception of what is going on around us at the time. Our reaction to that event or to that series of events is what causes us to have emotions. And overload and overwhelm is one of those emotions. So what's the message that our brain is trying to tell us? Well, it's simply saying, I don't know where to start. I haven't got a clue. I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know whether to start here. I don't know whether to start over there. I just don't know what to do. I think I'll just stay here and stay safe. And that is your ego coming in. And we've discussed the ego on many times before. And as we've discussed, the ego is there to keep us safe. It's there to stop us from pushing ourselves outside the comfort zone. It's saying to us, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that overload, that overwhelm. It'll go away. Honestly, it will go away. But it won't. It won't go away. So what we need to do, especially with our emotions, is to acknowledge them. Is to say, yes, I acknowledge that I am feeling overwhelmed. I am feeling overloaded. And that's the first process. That's the very first step, that you're giving yourself that realization and saying, yes, I know that I'm feeling this emotion. And by doing that, you're actually starting to take control of it. And by taking control, you can then start to dissolve the emotion, and it will eventually go away. So how do we actually deal with overload? How do we deal with overwhelm? Well, as we said, that it's normally caused because there's so much going on, and you just don't know where to start. You don't know which thing to pick up and run with first. You don't know what's going to be best. So here's an idea for you that you could try with your overload and overwhelm. Is to write down all the things that you feel you must do. Okay? Now I say that the things that you feel you must do because, like I said, emotions are feelings and they are your interpretations of a situation. So write down all the things that you feel you must do in that given period of time. Now that period of time could be a day, it could be a morning, it could be a whole week. And what I want you to do then is to go through that list of things, and I want you to start to prioritize them. I want you to start giving them a number. So say there's 10 items on the list. Your numbers will go 1 being the most important all the way down to 10. Now as you go through the list, you will suddenly start to think, maybe that's not a 3, maybe that's a 5. And then you'll get down to the bottom of the list and you go, whoa, that one's definitely a 2. So then you'll just have to renumber them all again. Okay, it takes a little bit of time. But it's worth doing, because again, what you're doing is you're telling your mind that you are taking control of the situation. You are taking action. You are starting to move towards an outcome. Once you've gone through your list and you've got it all sorted out and you're happy with it, then you take the top 5. You take the top 5 and you rewrite them again. Then what I'd like you to do is to prioritize those top 5 again. By doing this, you're becoming absolutely clear on what it is that you need to achieve, what is critical, what needs to be done to be able to complete your task, to get through the day, to achieve the desired outcome that it is that you want to achieve. Once you've reprioritized that top 5, then you're into your top 3. Your top 3, your top number 1. Your top 1 is the one that you start on. And you start on that job and you complete it. Now, if that job takes all day to complete, you get it done. If that job takes all week to complete, you get it done. And then what you do is, once you've completed that job, you move on to the next one. So you move on to number 2 on the list, then number 3 on the list, okay, number 4 on the list. And as you start ticking off these jobs, you'll realize that you're starting to take control. And all of a sudden, because you're telling your mind that you are in control of the situation, you are starting to win the battle against the emotion of overload and overwhelm. You will find that emotion will start to dissolve and to go away. Now, just like any muscle or any practice, it needs to be done over and over and over and over again until you become comfortable with it. And that's why you find that people who work in really, really busy environments are great at, prioritizing things. They're great at being able to delegate stuff as well. You don't have to do all this stuff yourself. You could delegate some of the jobs on your tasks to other members of your family, other members of your team. Delegation is a great way of dealing with overwhelm. So there's many different ways that you can deal with it. But the first thing you need to do is acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you are feeling it. And then start to take action. And this is the same with any emotion. Okay, whether it be frustration, whether it be anger, whether it be rage, whether it be upset, whether it be guilt. Okay, all of these emotions are common emotions. We all have them. But unless you actually acknowledge an emotion and start taking action against it, it's never going to go away. The emotion will only return, and when it does return, it will return with more vigor, more volition. So it's really, really important for you to make sure that you acknowledge your emotions and then you start taking action against them. And like I say, the more you do this, the more you actually start taking action, the more you start taking control of the situation, you'll find that it becomes easier and easier and easier. Almost to the point where you actually don't realize it, but you are prioritizing. You're actually thinking, right, what do I need to do next? What's more important? Do I need to do X or do I need to do Y? Oh, I'll do Y because that's more important. That's going to get me to the desired outcome that I want to do. If I can do X later on, that'll be great. But Y is the one that I really have to do. So I hope that's helped. Thanks very much for your feedback, and also the inclusion in the group when I ask those sort of questions, because that's what I like to do. I like to be able to come on here and to help people to understand things that I've studied and got a greater understanding of, and in turn those things have helped me. So if they can help me, they can help you, and that's what I'm here to do. So thanks very much, for putting your thoughts out there, for the courage of you to put some of your personal feelings out there online. That it does take courage. So well done, and thank you very much for that. Please share this group with anybody who you think will enjoy it. Please feel free to share and to post within the group. And please remember, we're here to support and help and guide each other. This is not for personal gain. This is not for you to promote your business. Okay, unfortunately, I've had to remove a few people who have continually flouted the rules. Okay, so just a reminder, we're here for personal development and to help each other and support each other. Okay, guys, have a great Sunday. I hope that's helped, and I will speak to you soon. Take care now. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.